Now, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has issued his inaugural policy directive on the use of force and firearms at a time he is under fire for reportedly issuing a shoot-to-kill order. Murkomen has distanced himself from the order, saying the new directive outlines when and how force should be applied, including strict reporting and accountability measures for officers who use firearms. NTV's Laban Shaban reports.
The Interior CS has issued to the Inspector General of Police his first policy directive on the use of force and firearms by the police, who have been under sharp criticism over excesses.
We make it very clear from the Office of the Cabinet Secretary on behalf of the Government of Kenya and the Executive, and pass on to constitutional provisions on how the police officers can manage use of firearm and use of force.
Murkomen made the announcement in Maralal, Samburu County, after holding a security meeting with county leaders and launching the Samburu edition of the Jukwaa la Usalama Forum. The Interior boss emphasized that the policy offers legal clarity to police officers and where to apply the directives.
And this is the only prevailing policy directive on use of force and use of firearm by police officers to either protect themselves and protect members of public, and also when dealing with and apprehending criminals.
The directive is informed by court decisions and existing laws and aims to ensure that the police conduct aligns with constitutional threshold and public expectations. The CS says it operationalizes the 2022 ruling by Justice Anthony Murima, which declared key parts of the National Police Service Act unconstitutional. The court struck out provisions that had allowed officers to use firearms to protect property or prevent escape, even without an imminent threat to life. Among the directives in Murkomen's policy, that police may only use force to the extent required for the performance of duty, and that such force must never be used as a means of punishment. That firearms may only be used and officers must give clear warning before using them. That every use of force must be reported with scenes preserved and digital evidence captured. The directive comes in the wake of widespread backlash following Murkomen's widely circulated remarks in Kikuyu and Dagoretti, interpreted as shoot-to-kill declaration, sparking fears of extrajudicial killings. Now, the CS has distanced himself from those interpretations.
This matter now, which has attracted a lot of public discourse in the recent past, especially after my visit to Dagoretti and Kikuyu police station, I thought it was necessary to put these policy directives in paper so that I can be held to account by the people of Kenya.
Murkomen insists that this written policy is now legally binding. The Inspector General is expected to cascade the directive to all officers across the country, with the CS saying this marks a turning point in how police apply force in daily operations. As calls for police reforms persist, it remains to be seen if this new directive will restore public trust in the security service. Laban Shaban, NTV, Maralal, Samburu County.